Ever wondered what keeps your bones so incredibly strong and resilient, allowing you to move, jump, and live life to the fullest? It is far more than just a solid structure. It is a dynamic, living tissue constantly being rebuilt and maintained. The body primarily absorbs calcium for bones through a sophisticated process in the small intestine. Heavily relying on vitamin D, this absorption is a carefully regulated journey, ensuring calcium moves from your food into your bloodstream and then to your bones, where it is deposited and stored. The core mechanism hinges on the critical role of vitamin D. Think of vitamin D like a key, unlocking the gates on the cells lining your small intestine. Without enough of this essential vitamin, those gates stay largely closed, meaning that even if you consume plenty of calcium, your body simply cannot absorb it efficiently into your bloodstream. This is a common bottleneck for many individuals. Once absorbed, calcium travels through your bloodstream, ready for its various roles, especially bone formation. Furthermore, calcium absorption and distribution are finely tuned by a hormonal symphony. The parathyroid glands, small glands in your neck, produce parathyroid hormone, often abbreviated as PTH. When blood calcium levels dip, PTH steps in, signaling your bones to release some stored calcium, telling your kidneys to reabsorb more calcium instead of excreting it, and, crucially, activating more vitamin D. Conversely, calcitonin, a hormone produced by the thyroid gland, acts as a counter-regulator, gently promoting calcium deposition into bones when blood calcium levels are higher, and inhibiting excessive bone breakdown. The absorption itself occurs mainly in the duodenum and jejunum sections of the small intestine. Here, calcium is absorbed through two main pathways. One is active transport, which specifically requires vitamin D and energy to move calcium against a concentration gradient. The other is passive diffusion, which happens when there is a high concentration of calcium in your gut, allowing it to simply flow into your bloodstream. Certain dietary components can influence this process too, like oxalates found in spinach and phytates in some whole grains, which can bind to calcium and reduce its bioavailability. On the flip side, stomach acid helps to dissolve calcium compounds, making them more absorbable. To help your body maximize its calcium absorption, focus on a balanced approach. Ensure you are getting adequate vitamin D through safe sun exposure, fortified foods like milk or cereals, and potentially doctor-recommended supplements. Regularly include calcium-rich foods in your diet, such as dairy products, leafy green vegetables like kale, and fortified plant-based milks. Combining calcium and vitamin D sources in your meals can be particularly effective. For instance, having yogurt with fortified orange juice. It is fascinating to consider that your bones are not static structures but are undergoing continuous bone remodeling. Old bone tissue is constantly broken down by cells called osteoclasts, and new bone tissue is built by osteoblasts. This dynamic cycle relies on a steady supply of absorbed calcium to maintain bone density and strength throughout your life. The body also uses highly sophisticated calcium sensing receptors, especially on the parathyroid cells, which act like tiny, vigilant watchdogs, constantly monitoring blood calcium levels to maintain a remarkably tight state of balance, known as homeostasis. Understanding this intricate dance between calcium, vitamin D, and various hormones highlights that strong bones are truly a lifelong project. By consistently providing your body with the right building blocks and supporting the mechanisms for efficient absorption and utilization, you are actively participating in maintaining your skeletal health. This foundational knowledge empowers you to make informed dietary and lifestyle choices, ensuring a robust framework for mobility and overall well-being for years to come.